One of my favorite books of all time is From the Earth to the Moon, or De la Terre à la Lune, written in 1865 by author Jules Verne. Jules Verne is one of these brilliant innovators and an excellent writer as well. And he wrote this excellent book, From the Earth to the Moon, that tells the story of how a group of amateurs, a gun club actually from the city of Baltimore, built a projectile that they fired all the way to the surface of the moon. And in fact, through a bunch of the story's twists and turns, it ended up being a projectile that had a human crew on board. It's a fantastic story. It's full of all sorts of technical detail as well as some pretty cutting satirical commentary on the American persona from the French perspective. And it's something that's been an inspiration to people all around the planet, getting them thinking about space exploration, about going to the moon in particular, and also just about what human beings can accomplish when we get excited about the right task and throw our passions behind it. I think this book is the source of a great name for Team Omega Envoy's Google Lunar X Prize rover. And the name I want to suggest in specific is the Columbiad. The book involves shooting a projectile from a cannon. That cannon is actually based in Florida, in Tampa Town, as they call it, just down the road from the Kennedy Space Center, from which many of our historical space missions have launched. So it's got a wonderful thematic tie into Team Omega Envoy. And the cannon had a name. The name was Columbiad, which was quite similar to the name of the command module for the historic Apollo 11 mission, as well as the name of the space shuttle that we lost in 2003, which I'm guessing was a big inspiration to so many of the young members of Team Omega Envoy. So I think it would really be a fitting name to tie back to some of the most inspiring stories in early space exploration, to some milestone explorers like the Apollo 11 astronauts in that mission, and to a tragedy that did inform all of our passions about this industry, as well as teach us that we need to always be cautious and concerned about what we're doing. Another really nice thing about choosing that name is that the book, From the Earth to the Moon, is now available freely on the internet. You can download it through the Google Book Project or the Gutenberg Project or many others, which means that when students or people of any age get excited about your team and get excited about your team name and ask where it came from, you can introduce them to this fine piece of literature and get them inspired as well. So that's my suggestion. I hope that you get lots of others, and I wish you all the best of luck in winning the Google Lunar X Prize.